On this 14th October, something within you is ready to become still. Not the kind of stillness that comes from running away from noise, but the stillness that is born when you finally stop resisting what is. The world around you will never stop moving. People will speak, plans will change, and storms will rise again. But if you can remain calm within yourself, no storm can touch your center. This day is not about searching for peace outside. It is about discovering that peace has been waiting quietly inside you all along. When the morning of 14th October begins, breathe deeply. Notice how the air enters and leaves your body. That breath is life, pure and simple. The moment you recognize it, you are no longer lost in thoughts or fears. You are here, completely alive. This awareness is the foundation of peace. It doesn't require control. It doesn't demand perfection. It only asks that you be present enough to witness what's happening inside you. For too long, you may have believed that calmness comes when everything around you becomes easy. But the truth is reversed. Calmness arrives when you become easy within, even when the world becomes hard. The outside world is a mirror. It reflects your inner state. When you are restless, everything looks chaotic. When you are centered, even challenges seem like lessons. On this 14th October, understand that your peace does not depend on anyone or anything. It depends only on your decision to return to yourself. To live in this kind of stillness is not to become passive. It is to act from clarity instead of reaction. When you are still, you see things as they truly are. You stop wasting energy on what you cannot control. You start investing energy in what you can grow, your focus, your patience, your balance. Each moment becomes deliberate. Each breath becomes meaningful. You begin to live with direction instead of distraction. Inner stillness is not the absence of thought, but the quiet awareness behind it. On this 14th October, let that awareness rise. Notice how thoughts come and go, yet something deeper within you remains untouched. That untouched part is your power. That is the space where peace lives. The more you connect with it, the less you are shaken by the noise of life. You realize that peace is not a prize to win, it's a state to remember. There is beauty in the pause between actions. The pause before you speak. The pause before you react. The pause before you decide. Inside that pause, life becomes clear. The mind settles and the heart knows what to do. If you live without pauses, you live without reflection. But when you give yourself even a single breath of awareness, your choices become different. This is how inner stillness shapes your destiny, not through force, but through understanding. On the 14th October, remind yourself that the world does not need to slow down for you to be peaceful. You simply need to slow down within yourself. The mind always chases success, chases recognition, chases control. But peace comes when chasing ends. When you accept that you are enough as you are, peace enters like light through an open window. You begin to move through life with softness instead of tension. Stillness teaches strength. It is easy to react when things don't go your way. But true mastery is to remain calm in the middle of uncertainty. It is not weakness to stay silent. It is the highest form of control. The one who stays calm can see what the one who panics cannot. On this day, practice stillness as strength. When challenges rise, breathe. When emotions stir, breathe. Each time you return to your breath, you return to power. Peace does not arrive with noise. It does not announce itself. It comes quietly, often when you least expect it. It arrives when you finally surrender the need to fix everything. It arrives when you start trusting life instead of fighting it. On this 14th October, let go of your inner struggle. Let the noise settle. Allow your thoughts to float without grabbing them. The more you let go, the more you rise. You will begin to see how inner peace changes everything. The same people, the same situations, the same world, but your response becomes different. You stop wasting time on anger and comparison. You start creating space for gratitude. You become lighter. That lightness is not weakness, it is wisdom. It means you finally understand that peace is not something given by others. It is something protected by you. So today, Make peace your priority, not the temporary peace that disappears when something goes wrong, but the deep peace that stands like a mountain in the storm. Cultivate it every morning, every breath, every step. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. And when others lose themselves in noise, you will remain steady, not because you are special, but because you have learned to listen to the quiet within you. This 14th October is not just another date. It is a reminder that you can begin again. You can step away from the chaos of your mind and into the silence of your being. Every moment gives you that choice to react or to return, to resist or to release, to panic or to breathe. Choose peace, choose presence, choose to be still. Because in stillness, you will find not only calmness, you will find yourself. On this 14 October, something powerful can happen inside you if you allow it. The art of letting go. Letting go is not weakness. It is not about losing, giving up, or turning away from what you care about. It is about freeing yourself from what you no longer need to carry. The more you hold on to pain, the heavier your steps become. The more you cling to control, the more life slips through your hands. This day calls you to release, to loosen your grip on the things that no longer belong to you. The thoughts, the expectations, the fears. Letting go is an act of strength. It takes courage to stop replaying the same story in your mind. It takes awareness to realize that peace cannot enter a heart filled with resistance. When you let go, you are not losing anything real. You are only releasing the illusions that have trapped your growth. This 14th October, do not run from your emotions. Feel them, understand them, and then let them pass through you. They were never meant to stay. Life moves in cycles. Every beginning carries an ending. Every moment asks you to release something before receiving something new. When you refuse to let go, you block that flow. You hold yesterday too tightly and tomorrow cannot enter. But the moment you open your hand, new life begins to move. On this day, remember that what is meant for you does not need to be forced. Peace comes when you stop trying to control every outcome and start trusting the rhythm of life. Letting go does not mean forgetting. It means remembering without pain. It means you can look at what happened and smile softly because it taught you something. You no longer carry the weight of it. On this 14th October, release the need to fix every mistake, to control every path. There is a freedom waiting for you in surrender, not surrender to defeat, but surrender to wisdom. Life knows more than your fears allow you to see. The mind always wants control. It wants certainty, security, predictability. But life was never designed to be controlled. It was meant to be experienced. The more you fight change, the more you suffer. The more you accept, the more you grow. Let this day remind you that peace is born the moment you stop demanding and start allowing. When you let go, your hands become free to hold something new. When you let go, your heart becomes open to receive the calm you've been praying for. Letting go is not about running away from your emotions. It is about facing them fully. Feel the sadness, the anger, the disappointment, but do not let them build a home inside you. Feel them, breathe, and release. You cannot heal what you refuse to feel. So, on this 14th October, sit quietly with yourself. Listen to what your heart is saying beneath all the noise. You will hear a whisper that says, "It's time to let go." Trust that voice. It is guiding you toward peace. Sometimes you hold on because you think letting go means losing a part of yourself. But in truth, you lose yourself by holding on too long. The pain becomes your identity. The memory becomes your cage. Freedom comes when you no longer define yourself by what hurt you. You are not your past. You are not your failures. You are not your fear. This 14th October is the day to reclaim your power, not by fighting the past, but by releasing it. Letting go teaches humility. It reminds you that not everything is in your control, and that's okay. It reminds you that people come and go, seasons change, and plans shift, but your essence remains. The deeper you accept this truth, the lighter your soul becomes. Peace cannot live where resistance grows. You cannot pray for calmness and still hold on to chaos. You must choose. And on this day, you are being called to choose release over attachment. There is a moment after letting go that feels empty. It is the space between what was and what will be. Many fear this silence, but this silence is sacred. It is where transformation begins. On this 14 October, embrace the emptiness. It is not the end, it is the clearing where new peace will take root. The more you trust this space, the more life rewards you with clarity. Everything you seek, peace, strength, healing, they all exist on the other side of release. You will not find peace by collecting more, but by carrying less. Let go of the need to be right. Let go of the need to prove. Let go of the stories that no longer match who you are becoming. Each release is a rebirth. Each breath out is a reminder that you are free. The art of letting go is not learned in a single day, but this 14th of October can be your beginning. Each time you choose to breathe instead of control, you are practicing peace. Each time you forgive instead of fight, you are releasing weight. The more you practice, the lighter you become. And when you are light, life begins to flow easily again. Let this day be the moment you stop clinging to the shore and allow the river to carry you. Trust the current, trust the flow. You are not losing control, you are gaining harmony. You are not giving up, you are growing up. The storms that once drowned you will now teach you to swim. The pain that once trapped you will now become your teacher. On the 14th of October, breathe deeply and whisper to yourself, I release. Say it until it feels real. Say it until the weight starts to lift, because once you let go, peace will no longer be something you search for. It will become the natural state of your being. And in that stillness, you will realize that you were never broken. You were only holding too tightly. On this 14th October, remember this truth: silence is not weakness. It is mastery. The world moves fast, filled with voices that speak without awareness, people who react without reflection. But silence, real silence, is the mark of strength. It is the language of those who have found peace within themselves. The one who is calm is not empty. The one who is silent is not lost. Silence is power, and this day is an invitation to step into that power. There is a kind of strength that does not shout. It does not demand to be seen. It simply is. On this 14th October, begin to understand that stillness and silence are not signs of submission, but signs of control. Not control over others, but over yourself. The one who can stay calm while others lose balance has already mastered the art of peace. To remain silent in the middle of noise is not weakness, it is wisdom. When you become silent, you stop reacting. You begin to observe. You see what drives people: fear, pride, pain, and you learn to move beyond those impulses. Silence allows you to respond from clarity instead of confusion. This is not about pretending to be calm. It is about becoming calm from within. This 14 October allows silence to be your shield. Let it protect your energy, your focus, your spirit. You do not need to fight every battle. Some things are defeated by your silence alone. The mind loves noise. It loves to explain, to justify, to argue. But peace begins when you stop feeding the noise. The more silent you become, and you more aware you are of how much energy you have wasted trying to prove yourself. You don't need to prove anything. Your peace speaks louder than your words ever could. On this 14th of October, speak less, listen more. Let silence reveal what noise tries to hide. In silence, you see yourself clearly. You begin to understand your own patterns, the fears that move you, the thoughts that distract you, the emotions that control you. When you see them, you no longer become them. This is inner mastery. It doesn't happen in a single moment. It happens in each breath of awareness. Each time you choose silence over reaction, you rise above the world's chaos. There will be moments when silence feels uncomfortable. You will want to fill it with words, with explanations, with movement. But on this 14th October, resist that urge. Let silence do its work. It will teach you patience, humility, and strength. It will show you how to be centered, even when everything around you tries to pull you apart. The calmest person in the room is often the most powerful one. Silence doesn't mean you stop expressing truth. It means you express it only when it truly matters. It means you no longer waste energy speaking to be heard. You speak to bring value. When you act from silence, your words carry weight. They come from depth, not from noise. On this day, learn to pause before you speak, breathe before you decide, and feel before you act. Every pause becomes a moment of mastery. The world often mistakes silence for emptiness, but it is the opposite. Silence is full. It is full of awareness, observation, and understanding. It is where ideas are born, where strength is built, and where peace is restored. When you enter silence, you meet yourself. You realize that everything you've been searching for, clarity, focus, peace already exists inside you, waiting beneath the noise. This 14th October, use silence to reconnect with your direction. Step away from distractions, step away from constant movement, and listen. Listen to your breath. Listen to your heartbeat. Listen to the space between your thoughts. That space is the doorway to peace. It is where answers rise naturally without effort. You don't have to chase understanding. It comes to you when you become still enough to receive it. There is a power in not reacting. When others try to provoke you, your silence disarms them. When situations challenge you, your calmness stabilizes everything. The one who stays silent doesn't run from conflict, they rise above it. This kind of silence is not cold. It is powerful, alive, aware. It sees clearly, acts wisely, and speaks only when necessary. On this day, make that your practice. Let 14 October be the day you learn the power of quiet strength. When the mind becomes silent, life becomes clearer. You start noticing beauty in small things, the rhythm of your breath, the softness of the wind, the warmth of light. These moments are often missed because of constant inner noise. Silence allows you to feel again, to connect again. It brings you back to the essence of being alive. The peace you've been praying for cannot enter through noise. It enters through silence. This day teaches that mastery has no sound. The strongest tree doesn't need to shout that it stands tall. It simply grows season after season, quietly rooted in its truth. Be like that tree on this 14th October. Grow quietly. Stay grounded. Let your silence be your foundation. You do not need to explain your growth to anyone. Your transformation will speak for itself. Through silence, you build unshakable confidence. Because when you stop reacting to the world, you realize the world no longer controls you. You become your own source of peace, your own teacher, your own strength. Silence gives you the ability to act without fear, to live without rush, to love without attachment. So on this 14th of October, let the world make noise. You don't need to join it. Step into your silence. Carry it with you through the day like armor. When others shout, breathe. When others rush, slow down. When others lose themselves, return to your center. You will see how calmness turns into clarity, how silence turns into wisdom, and how peace becomes your natural way of being. This day is not just about being quiet. It is about becoming powerful through stillness. And when you learn this art, you no longer chase peace. You become peace itself. On this 14th October, understand this deeply. Every struggle you face is not a punishment. It is a form of training. Life is not testing you to break you. It is shaping you to become unshakable. The pain you feel, the obstacles you face, the delays that frustrate you, they are all part of your spiritual preparation. The world outside is your mirror. It reflects the strength you must awaken within. Every difficulty carries a hidden lesson, and this day invites you to see struggle not as suffering, but as transformation. When you wake up on this 14th of October, remember that nothing in life happens without purpose. The challenges that meet you today are exactly the ones designed for your growth. Every obstacle that slows you down is asking you to move with awareness. Every person that tests your patience is teaching you balance. The discomfort you feel is not a sign that you are lost. It is a sign that you are evolving. Growth does not come through comfort. It comes through endurance, through the willingness to face what others avoid. You must stop seeing struggle as an enemy. Struggle is a teacher. It is the weight that builds your strength, the storm that sharpens your focus, the fire that reveals your essence. On this 14th October, do not run from difficulty. Stand in it. Feel it. Let it shape you. The pain that once made you doubt yourself will become the power that makes you unstoppable. Everything that feels heavy right now is strengthening something inside you that cannot be seen, but will soon be felt by the world. When life becomes hard, remember this. Peace is not the absence of struggle, it is the ability to stay calm within it. The wind may blow, the path may twist, but your inner foundation must remain steady. This steadiness is not natural, it is trained through experience. The mind learns balance only by falling out of it. The heart learns compassion only by being broken open. Each struggle is polishing your spirit. Each challenge is carving away what is false, leaving only what is real. On this 14th October, breathe into your pain instead of resisting it. The more you resist, the more it grows. But when you breathe and accept it, it begins to lose its grip. Pain transforms when you stop fighting it and start learning from it. Life's most powerful teachings come in silence, not when you ask, why me? But when you say, teach me. Every moment of struggle holds a message. Listen closely. Sometimes the lesson is patience, learning that not everything will happen when you want it to. Sometimes the lesson is trust, understanding that even when things fall apart, life is rearranging itself in your favor. And sometimes the lesson is strength, realizing that you can endure far more than you ever believed. On this 14 October, allow life to train you through these moments. You don't need to escape them. You need to awaken through them. The world will always bring storms, but remember that storms don't last forever. What matters is not how violent the storm is, but how deeply your roots go. When you are rooted in awareness, no amount of chaos can uproot you. Every time you survive a challenge, your roots grow deeper, your calm grows stronger, your understanding becomes sharper. The more life tests you, the more life strengthens you. On this day, recognize your struggles as sacred. They are not random, they are guidance. The pain you carry has a purpose. It is preparing you to help others who will one day walk the same road. It is shaping your empathy, deepening your wisdom, refining your heart. The more you rise through your struggles, the more your energy changes. You begin to move differently, speak differently, see differently. You no longer react to life. You respond with awareness. That is the true reward of struggle transformation of the self. 14th October reminds you that resistance is not strength, acceptance is. To grow, you must stop wishing for an easier path and start becoming stronger for the one you are already on. Every difficulty that meets you is a silent teacher guiding you toward mastery. When things feel unbearable, breathe and remember, this is your training. Every tear, every failure, every moment of confusion, they are your lessons in disguise. Do not let struggle make you bitter. Let it make you better. Bitterness closes the heart, but awareness opens it. If you allow pain to teach you instead of define you, you begin to rise from within. You start to see the beauty even in chaos. You realize that peace is not found by escaping the fire, it is found by walking through it with grace. On this 14th October, walk through your challenges like a student of life. Observe, adapt, grow. Every master was once a student of pain. Every calm soul was once restless. Every strong spirit was once broken. What separates them is not what they went through, but how they responded to it. You cannot control what life gives, but you can control what it teaches you. This 14 October is your reminder that growth begins the moment you stop asking life to be easy and start asking yourself to be ready. There is no wasted struggle. Every hardship is carving you into who you are meant to become. The discomfort you feel now is the birth of a stronger version of you. You are not being destroyed, you are being rebuilt. Pain refines you, challenge awakens you, and failure redirects you. On this day, embrace it all. This is the process. So when you stand in front of your challenges on the 14th of October, stand tall. Do not lower your head in fear, lift it in awareness. Let your breath be calm. Let your heart stay steady. Remember, life is not against you. It is teaching you. And when this day ends, you will realize that every moment of struggle was a step toward peace. Every storm you faced was preparing you to become the calm within it. On this 14th October, remember one truth: peace is born when the mind, the body, and the spirit move in harmony. When one of them is lost, you feel the imbalance within. The body becomes tired, the mind becomes restless, and the spirit feels distant. To live fully, you must bring them back together. This alignment is not something you find once, it is something you practice every single day. When all parts of you move as one, you begin to experience life as it truly is: calm, present, complete. This 14th October invites you to return to balance. The mind will always wander. It will run toward the past, chase the future, and create endless noise. But when you bring your awareness back to your breath, the body and the mind begin to meet again. The breath is the bridge. Each inhale pulls your attention back to this moment, and each exhale releases what no longer belongs to you. Through this simple act, your spirit begins to awaken. Harmony is not complicated. It starts with awareness. The body is your temple. The mind is your guide. The spirit is your light. When you ignore one, the others suffer. When you neglect your body, your mind loses strength. When you drown your mind in chaos, your spirit cannot rise. On this 14th October, treat yourself with care. Move your body with intention. Feed it with not awareness. Give your thoughts discipline. Keep your energy clean. The way you treat yourself determines the quality of peace you can hold. Balance does not come from controlling everything. It comes from living consciously. Every action can be sacred when it is done with presence. The way you breathe, the way you walk, the way you speak. On this 14th October, slow down and notice your rhythm. Notice how your body feels when your mind is calm and how your mind clears when your body is strong. This connection is your natural state. You are not meant to live divided between thought and action. You are meant to live as one whole being. Peace fades when you separate yourself from your center. The world will always try to pull you in different directions with noise, distraction, expectation. But your task is to remain aligned within. When you are centered, the world cannot shake you. The outer storms lose power because the inner one is calm. The discipline to stay centered is not learned through words, it is learned through practice. On this 14th October, let that be your training to return to your balance again and again, no matter what happens around you. When the mind becomes quiet, the body relaxes. When the body relaxes, the spirit rises. You cannot think your way to peace. You must live your way into it. Walk with awareness. Breathe with awareness. Speak with awareness. Each conscious act brings your three energies together. This is how harmony is built, not through perfection, but through presence. On this day, make time to be still. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and listen to your breath. Feel the air move through your chest. Notice the rhythm of your heartbeat. Observe the thoughts that rise and fall like waves. Don't chase them. Don't fight them. Just watch. Slowly, and your body, mind, and spirit begin to align. This is where peace begins, not somewhere outside, not in the future, but right here within your awareness. Every misalignment in life shows itself through discomfort. The body aches when the mind is overworked. The mind becomes heavy when the spirit is ignored. But balance returns the moment you bring attention back to yourself. On this 14th October, promise yourself that you will not rush through life unconsciously. You will eat with awareness, move with intention, rest with purpose, and think with clarity. The simple things you do every day, when done with consciousness, become powerful acts of peace. Harmony is not about being calm all the time. It is about knowing how to return to calm when you are disturbed. You will lose balance. Everyone does. But what matters is how quickly you come back to your center. The more you practice returning, the more natural it becomes. On this 14th October, remind yourself that peace is not something to chase. It is the result of being aligned with who you are. When your actions reflect your thoughts and your thoughts reflect your truth, there is no inner conflict. You move through life with clarity and grace. You stop doubting your path. You stop fighting yourself. Every part of you moves in one direction, forward. That is the strength of alignment. It brings purpose to your steps and lightness to your heart. The mind will try to complicate this process, but the truth remains simple. Stay aware of your body, stay disciplined in your thoughts, and stay connected to your spirit. When all three are in harmony, peace becomes effortless. You begin to live, not survive. You begin to flow, not fight. You begin to feel alive again. This 14th October, let this be your realization. Peace is not a miracle, it is a practice. Do not underestimate the power of small actions done consciously. A deep breath before you speak, a pause before you react, a moment of gratitude before you sleep. These are the practices that align you with peace. The more consistent you become, the stronger your balance grows. Eventually, it becomes your nature. You don't have to remind yourself to stay calm. Calmness becomes who you are. On this 14th of October, you are being called to unite the three parts of your being. Let the mind serve awareness, let the body express discipline, and let the spirit guide intention. When they move as one, your energy becomes complete. You stop searching for peace outside because you carry it within. This harmony is not a destination, it is the path itself. Every day will test this balance. The noise will return, the pressure will rise, but the one who is aligned cannot be shaken easily. On this day, practice your alignment with sincerity. Walk slowly, breathe deeply, live fully. Feel every moment of being alive. That is where true peace exists, not in escaping life, but in living it completely aligned, fully awake, and deeply aware.